if he jokes about you, he's attracted to you. So, don't you love that little preface that I gave? You know, it's so interesting. One, I have the type of corny personality that I just always make corny jokes or whatever. That's just me. And that's how I have got to be. Stay kicking game with a capital G. As the people on my block, I'm as real as... Oh my gosh. Anyway. But, yes. So, I'm going to speak on 2 occasions. So, one... I remember, I don't want to be too specific so you all have an idea, but suffice it to say, one time in preparing for a group effort, one of the guys that I am particularly attracted to, and he's got some really feminine ways about him, but I don't think he classifies himself as feminine, but he has some really feminine ways, and, you know, walking around like the shake, shimmy, swish, and all of that. And but again, his way of speaking and everything that he, as far as the way he carries himself, it's just a mix. But that's kind of the beauty of where we are as society, that people can comfortably have that mix. And as he was swishing and sashaying around the house, I wanted to make a playful comment, but I held my peace. But I realized, I was like, that's exactly what, like in school, kids who like make fun of another kid, like, "Ooh, you're gay." Like, often that, well, I don't know how often, but that can potentially also just be their way of saying, you know what, you're different, I'm attracted to it, I don't know how to express that formally, so I will just seem to make fun of you so I can have some time to talk with you. And it's like, that's so interesting how people can be that way. And like I said, you know, he is somebody that I'm very, very much attracted to. I'm keeping all of it secret, but somebody I'm very much attracted to. And seeing him, you know, walk and swish and all of that, like I said, I wanted to, part of me wanted to make a playful comment, like a teasing comment on it, but I held my peace and didn't say anything. But really, that teasing comment was because I was attracted to that stuff. I was attracted, okay? I was attracted to it. And anyway, and there's another time, this dude that this guy is a guy that I actually dated for a hot second, then didn't date, and then eventually he decided to call it quits on everything. But I sort of you know, in people's timelines, I'm not the kind of person to be like, well, we're done, so I have to unfollow you and everywhere. No, I'm not that kind of person. It's just, well, we're done. Okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna take the time to unfollow you Anyway, all of that to say, I get his posts from time to time, and I can tell by the way he posts that our breakup or our decision to be like, we're not dating, we're just chilling, and then be like, I'm not talking to you anymore. He kind of actually already had somebody. Okay. Darrell Antonio Tremaine did that on his show, The Library Live, just the other night. And I was the one who got it right. He was like, if somebody can name that, I'll give you points. And I named it because I was like, that was from an album that was my jam back. Anyway, so back to the guy. I realized that he'd found somebody else who was better, and then later on he talks about apparently they broke up for whatever reason, and he's sad and depressed and everything, and I'm like, I never want anybody to feel badly about anything. I never want anybody to go through any pain or anything. I don't wish that on anybody. Just like I say, when I was in the hospital with COVID, I wouldn't wish that on my enemies. So all of that to say, I don't want anybody to have pain. I don't think that's funny, Anyway, one time when we actually were not dating, I remember we were getting up from the tables, and I had my walker. I don't dislike my walker like I used to be like, oh, this doggone thing is holding me back. No, the walker really helps me, and it helps me be able to be on the go and not just sit in one place and rest. I used to not take the time to cover my mouth, but there is a very substantial, notable fruit fly issue in the house. I have all sorts of things strewn throughout the house trying to get rid of them. Anyway, I don't like yawning big mouth like I used to, because it's like they're all around. Anyway, but back to him. As we were leaving our not date dinner, I remember he got up to throw something away in the trash can, and he threw it in the trash can, and it was so feminine and so woman. I don't want to say womanly, because that seems like I am marginalizing woman. I definitely never want to do that. I'll just call it feminine, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And that's another time that I wanted to be like, you threw that away like a girl, and say something, poke fun at him for it. And then I caught myself again, and I didn't do it, of course. I have a lot of jokes that I just hold my peace and don't say them. But in thinking about it afterwards, after I had that thought, I was like, I would have made that joke because of the fact that I was attracted to that. The way he got up and threw it in the trash can, all feminine, and I'm not saying that I'm attracted to exclusive femininity. No, I like a dude who can be a mix. Interestingly enough, Kevin from years ago, and we're still friends to this day. Kevin from years ago, as far as dating, supposed to be my husband. He classified himself as a butch queen. I didn't get that mix from him, but that's how he classified himself, and maybe that's part of what I liked in him and something that I like in dudes in general. And as for me, he was like, yeah, Aaron, part of what attracted me to you is you're a feminine guy. And I'm like, what? But anyway, yeah. So I like, oh, and also as far as the date, the date, not date, he and a part of the issue that I had when I was younger with feminine guys is that my experience has been that they were just always loud and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not attracted to that, and I'm still not attracted to that. But as far as somebody being more like leveled out and just having feminine ways here and there and anywhere, I'm cool with that, especially now, like if we get along. I'm not saying that I want a trans woman or anything like that. I don't. I'm attracted to man and masculinity with a hint of femininity. There it is. I'm attracted to masculinity with a hint of femininity. Anyway, talk to y'all later, social media world. And I think I'll possibly do a video on stay blessed. Peace.